2 years ago, if you told me that I'd be on a stage speaking about business, I would have probably laughed and hid behind something. Hi everyone, my name is Polyanska, and I'm a grade 9 student. Today I want to talk to you all why business is so important and crucial in our everyday lives. I first had my exposure to business through the DECA competition. DECA is a competition for high school students to show their business skills. And at first, it was just something to take up my time. But I didn't think I'd be standing on the international stage, surrounded by thousands of students who all lived for this stuff. And then I realized I wasn't in it for the competition. I was there for the skills I'd collect along the way. So the first thing I want to tell you all about is that passion won't necessarily equal power. And this is one of the hardest points it took me to realize. It doesn't matter how big your ideas are, how passionate you are, or how good you are at something. If you don't have the skills to sell, execute, and incentivize your passion, you won't be successful. And I'm not just talking about business startups. I'm talking about learning how to market yourself, how to sell your skills, price your skills, build a personal brand, and be able to pivot when things go wrong. And it's not just as simple as having a passion and saying, oh, I can make this profitable, this can be successful. We need the proper business skills, and that's what DECA helped me realize. Now, business skills aren't a threat to your passion. Instead, it's a framework to help you succeed. Business provides the structure, because everyone hates to say it, but it's true. Passion is useless without structure. And that's what it took me to realize. When I started thinking differently, I could see, what if my friends' artwork could be merch? What if that baking skills could be a weekend pop-up sale? And what if my skills actually had value? And they 100% do. It's a matter of fact knowing how to execute them. And another thing is, before learning business, I was really shy. Thinking about presenting a 10-minute speech in front of a judge about a business solution I had just created, well, it terrified me. And the first case study I did, my hands were shivering, my voice cracked, and I couldn't get a full sentence out. And I didn't just brush it off and tell myself, I'm not just cut out for this. I went through it. I asked myself, what went wrong? How can I improve it? And how do I not make the same mistake next time? And this is what helped me continue. And I realized I wasn't building confidence, but rather I was becoming competent. I became okay with failing and then trying again. Every time I messed up something, it wasn't rejection, but it was information I could use to feel better, to make it better next time. And this is what made me competent. You can't strive for confidence if you're not competent. And this is the problem of thinking that success is a straight line. You have an idea, you work hard, and you win. But it's not like that at all. You have an idea, you try, you fail, you analyze it, and you try again. It's a cycle of striving to be better and being competent to build confidence. Business gave me the framework to stop freezing up and to walk into a room with value. So now, when I'm going to speak, whether it's to pitch an idea or to just have a conversation, I'm not going to think about how scared or how nervous I am, but rather I think about how prepared and ready I am to share my knowledge and skills. But my journey in DECA and my journey in business didn't go as smoothly as failing and trying again, failing and going and then getting better. I didn't just go through this cycle of competence. I got rejected. I messed up. I screwed up my cases, and I made terrible mistakes. But I didn't give up, and I learned something that business people know far too well. Nobody likes to be told no. Nobody likes to be rejected, because you've worked so hard for something, and now you can't have it. And that's part of rejection. It's inevitable. You can't avoid it, but it's also recyclable. Before business, I thought rejection was personal. It was an indication that I failed, that I wasn't good enough for something. But now I think of it differently. It's raw data. It's data that I can use to feel better. It's data I can use to stop making the same mistakes and to actually advance in whatever I am doing. So don't take rejection as something that's negative, but rather use it as a process, not an obstacle. And that's what helped me get to where I got to in my DECA journey. And this rejection, this idea that it's valuable information that you can use. It changes your mindset and your ability to succeed. Finally, DECA and business showed me the importance of money. When I was studying for my event, I was thinking, why do I need to know about returns over investment, about budgeting, about production or economics? And then I realized this is what runs the world. This is what dictates how much money I'm going to make, how much something is going to cost. This is what indicates how my life is going to go. By understanding these factors, we can plan our life better. Knowing how to budget, that can help you set more accurate financial goals. Knowing how profit margins work, it'll help you get out of those get-rich-quick scams that you see on the internet. And this is so vital. 72% of Gen Z say that they're not confident in their skills in managing money, and 23% think they can fix that. And that gap is far too large. This can't be fixed with vibes, but it can be fixed with skills. Skills like financial education, like competence, and with everything in between. Now more than ever, we have the opportunity to learn these business skills because it's nearly impossible now to succeed if you don't have skills such as competence, basic financial knowledge, and because this is what can set you apart from the others. And the confidence that comes with that is amazing. Thank you.